The International Chemical Weapons Watchdog, the OPCW, met on Wednesday over the Skripal case. Russia proposed a joint investigation, but that idea was rejected.
We will not agree to Russia's demand to conduct a joint investigation into the attack in Salisbury because the UK has assessed that it is highly likely that the Russian state is responsible for this attack and that there is no plausible alternative explanation. There is no requirement in the Chemical Weapons Convention for a victim to engage the likely perpetrator in a joint investigation. To do so would be perverse.
Unfortunately, we didn't manage to get the needed 2/3 of votes for the resolution to pass. Obviously, the Brits and Americans voted against, and then NATO and some EU member states and US allies followed suit. They fear the truth. They fear to take responsibility for their words, for blatant accusations, for provocative statements from the head of UK diplomacy.
The UK's representative to the OPCW set out more claims against Russia at the meeting, linking the Skripal poisoning case to the chemical attack in the Syrian town of Khan Sheikhoun last year. That attack led the US to take military actions against Syrian government positions. He claimed that Russia had called Wednesday's meeting in The Hague to make a political point. Former UN chemical weapons expert Dr. Anton Utkin says it's strange that the UK is not providing Russia with evidence on the case.
There is no 100% assurance that you can determine the origins of a chemical. Everything that we know about a chemical comes from its composition. So the chemical is never 100% pure. They come from the production. At every stage, reactions produce some byproducts. And these byproducts can carry up to the final chemical, no matter how hard you try to purify it after every stage. So by learning about those impurities, you can tell what the technology was used to produce that chemical. But if you have two laboratories in different countries of the world, that produce the same chemical with the same technology, with the same reagents, you have no chance to tell exactly which sample came from which laboratory. Russia follows exactly by the procedures of the convention. So on the 13th of March, Russia requested the UK to provide Russia with all information, and within 10 days, the UK was supposed to deliver that information. The UK failed to do that, so now Russia requested the Executive Council to provide all information. The next step, which Russia is supposed to do right now, is to make sure that the Executive Council requests that the UK provides all the information about Skripal's issue because the Executive Council is obliged to do that. So why wouldn't the UK provide the world with the same information? It's not clear. And this raises much more questions to the cabinet of May, especially to Boris Johnson, and how they really established the fault of Russian Federation in the Skripal's issue.